Hi, in this session we are going to explore the last in first out inventory valuation. So please have a look at the information based upon this exercise. We got opening balance of 300 units, then they have received another 200, then they issued 400, then received 250, issued 200, then 150 units purchased or received, and then 100 units issued or sold. So first of all, they have 300 units at 2. So we put this down as 300 units times by 2 equals to 600 pounds. Now we're going to look at the next transaction. On the 7th, they received or purchased 200 units at 220. $200 units at 220 each, giving us a total value of 440. So let's update the inventory. So first of all, we have 300 of these units, which I can just copy and paste, and plus 200 units at 220 each equals to 440. So we can say we have now got two lots of inventories. One is 300 units which were purchased at 2 and 200 units which were purchased at 2.2. Then the next transaction happens on the 8th of December when they issued 400 units. So on the 8th, they issued 400 units. Now you need to ask yourself a question. Which of these 400 units were sold first? Have we sold these 400 units out of the 300 first or out of the 200? Because the method is last in, first out. So please look at the inventory balance here. Which units were last in? Last in units were these 200. So last in, first out. So 200 of these will be out first. Okay. And remaining 200 units would be taken from the previous inventory, which was purchased at £2 each. So 200 units sold first, and then remaining 200 were sold from this 300, leaving with us remaining 100 units at 2 each. Okay. The next transaction takes place on the 11th. 250 units were purchased. So 250 units at 2.5 with a total cost of 625. Okay, just to double check. Yes. Now the inventory will be updated in this way, that we already had these 100 units. Plus on top of that, we recently purchased 250 at 2.5 each with a value of 625. So now we've got total of 350 units. Then on the 14th, they issued 200 units. So again, please ask yourself a question. Which of these 200 units were they? Have we sold 100 units or have we sold these 250 units? So 200 units were sold from the last in. Last in is simply this 250. So these 200 units will be picked up from the second lot or last lot, leaving with us remaining units like 100 and then plus 50. Something like that. Okay. Then they purchased on the 17th 150 units. So we can update the inventory. Now we have three types of inventories in our balance. You can see here, we have got now three types of inventories in the balance. Something like that. So what happens on the next transaction? On the 20th, they sold 100 units. 100 units. And again, ask yourself a question: last in, first out. And you know that which units were last in. These 150 units, these were last in. So these 100 units will be picked up from the third lot, which was purchased at 2.8. Now our inventory will be updated in this way, that these are still available untouched, and the last 150 units, 100 have been sold, leaving with us 50 remaining. Okay, so that's how our inventory valuation takes place using the last in, first out.